On today's That Park Place Daily Countdown, Sony reports another data breach. The creator of the Beal Test backs away from current pop culture. Disney keeps forgetting how to proofread. There's a real-life bounty on C-3PO's head, and Epcot announces who's reading the story of Jesus this year. All that on That Park Place. Welcome to That Park Place. I'm Jonas J. Campbell, and here with me is Vash SCIE. Vash, how's your week going, buddy?
Week is going pretty fine. I'm just going over the videos that we've had submitted by various contributors all around the internet, and they look absolutely stunning. So that keeps the enthusiasm up for sure.
It's hump day, although I prefer to think of it as hill day. We are a city shining on a hill, and we cannot hide. As well, we can't hide how excited we are to bring you all the news that should be fun.
Number 1.
Sony, known for its PlayStation empire, faces yet another data breach affecting nearly 6,800 employees and their families. The breach, which occurred earlier this year, has raised more concerns about data security. Here we go again. Hi folks, it's CC here for That Park Place, and today's story has been inspired by a Variety article by Todd Spangler. The incident came to light when Sony Interactive Entertainment notified the affected parties in a notice that was dated October 3rd. Details of the breached information remain undisclosed at this time. Here's a breakdown of the events as they happened. On May 31st of 2023, Progress Software reported a vulnerability in their Move It file transfer platform. Sony Interactive Entertainment, among others, uses this platform all the time. On May 28th, before the vulnerability was even publicly disclosed, an unauthorized actor exploited its access to some of Sony's files. By June 2nd, Sony had identified the breach, promptly taking the platform offline and fixing the vulnerability. In a response to the breach, Sony Interactive Entertainment is offering affected individuals free Equifax credit monitoring and identity restoration services. The incident is reminiscent of Sony's 2014 data breach when Sony Pictures Entertainment fell victim to a massive cyber attack, disabling numerous internal systems. With this recent action against Sony, is it solely their responsibility to protect the data of its customers and employees? Is there a governmental role as well? And is the ease of file sharing systems and their security holes the real culprit here? Please let us know your thoughts on the Sony data breach down in the comments section below.
Number 2.
This is John Trent, the founder and editor-in-chief at Bounding into Comics. Today I got a story about Alison Bechdel, the creator of the Bechdel test, claiming that the whole test was not to be taken seriously, but was indeed a joke. Let's get into this here. Here is the headline. Alison Bechdel claims feminist Bechdel test was originally a joke, dismayed about films taking shortcuts with strong female characters. So this comic strip is where she coined the Bechdel test. Basically, it's called The Rule, and then in the rule, a woman explains to a friend that she will only go to see a movie if it satisfies 3 rules. 1, it has to have at least 2 women in it who 2 talk to each other about 3 something besides a man. But in an interview with The Guardian back in July, Bechdel admitted the test is a joke. She was asked, "How do you feel about it these days?" In response, she said, "It was a joke. I didn't ever intend for it to be the real gauge it has become, and it's hard to keep talking about it over and over, but it's kind of cool." So there you have it from herself. It was not supposed to be a real gauge. It was a joke. And the media and the studios have run with it and are using it to push the feminist messaging. You see it used over and over again. They've even created variations of it for GLAAD. They have their own Bechdel test for LGBTQ characters as well. What I did find interesting here as well was that in this interview with The Guardian, she was also asked if she found it dismaying that movies continue to fail the test. This is what she said. "What's really dismaying now is the way so many movies cynically try to take shortcuts and feature strong female characters, but they just have a veneer of strength and they're still not fully developed characters." So really interesting comments coming from Alison Bechdel about the Bechdel test and the way that female characters are actually portrayed in Hollywood films. If you want the full story, head over to boundingintocomics.com.
Number 3.
Hello, this is Lorena Creole, the Lorena Creole YouTube channel, keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. And speaking of keeping it real, there are some new Candlelight Processional celebrity narrators that are going to be headlining the 2023 Epcot International Festival of the Holidays. Coming to us from the Disney Parks blog, the time for Fa La La is just around the corner to celebrate the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays presented by Advent Health at Walt Disney World Resort. Brings a joyous season to life with magical traditions, jubilant entertainment, delicious dishes, and sparkling merchandise. And there's a picture here of part of the choir, I believe the Voices of Liberty, that are present during the Candlelight Processional. Long a guest favorite, the Epcot Candlelight Processional is the retelling of the Christmas story by a narrator and a massive choir, accompanied by a 50-piece orchestra, herald trumpets, and the incredible Voices of Liberty. This spectacular event returns this year with more new celebrity narrators than ever before. 9 new voices join the ranks of the captivating storytellers who share the universal message of this heartwarming story. So I'll point out the new narrators for this year. We have Chrissy Metz, Luis Fonsi, and Margaret, my favorite, Brendan Fraser from December 12th to December 14th, Ava Longoria, Joey McIntyre, Sterling K. Brown, Jordan Fisher, and Audra McDonald. Now, are you looking forward to any of these new narrators that are going to be appearing during the Candlelight Processional this year at Epcot? Let us know in the comments.
Number 4.
Jonas J. Campbell here from That Park Place, and today I want to tell you that there is a price on C-3PO's head. Yes, C-3PO's head from Star Wars is expected to fetch up to £1 million in auction of film props. This from James Warrington of the UK Telegraph. The head of Star Wars droid C-3PO could fetch up to £1 million in a major auction of film props and costumes next month. The light-up head worn by Anthony Daniels to play C-3PO in Star Wars A New Hope is likely to be the most sought-after lot, between £500,000 and £1 million. A treasure trove of more than 1,800 items is being put up for sale by entertainment memorabilia auctioneer Prop Store at its annual live auction. I think I need that on my shelf. Does anyone want to start a GoFundMe on my behalf in order to obtain the head of C-3PO? Has he offended you? Would you like to have C-3PO's head as a trophy on your shelf? Other prop items include the bullwhip from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. There's also Honey Rider's bathrobe from Dr. No. That shiny white armor worn by Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator. Ooh, a Captain America hero shield for only £100,000. Will you be picking up any of these items at auction? Man, I gotta say, some of that is pretty tempting. If I were a man with no worries about wealth, I might be tempted to get that Captain America shield. It's one of the coolest props to come out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's one with bullet damage, too. Does anything look interesting to you? Let us know in the comments down below.
Number 5.
Hello there, Vash Sky here with our next story, this time from Walt Disney World News Today. A new shirt talking about Liver Lips McGraw and Grizzy Hall. This one's kind of interesting here, that's for sure. We talk about how Disney has been missing the mark, and well, recently they've actually been missing the mark when it comes to proofreading. If you look very, very closely on this shirt, Country Bear Jamboree live from Grizzy Hall, a wild and woolly good time featuring various characters. And as you can see, Liver Lips McGraw is actually prominently featured. This is very interesting because Disney just announced that they are going to be redoing the Country Bear Jamboree for its opening in 2024. And as part of that, they are going to be renaming Liver Lips to Romeo McGraw. However, he is still prominently featured with his original name here and with a typo. So, hey, if you guys want an interesting collectible, if you guys want a memento or some piece of merchandise signifying this very interesting time in the company's history, you might want to go check this out and purchase it for $34.99. It will definitely be a collector's item in time, I'm sure.
It's been another great day here on That Park Place, but man, Vash, I want to talk about that last story because I have something that I would very much like to add to it.
Please.
We don't mean to embarrass Disney too much, but they're really not hitting on all cylinders as far as the proofreading goes. They did release this Candlelight Processional, the list of people who would be presiding over the Candlelight Processional. And as you can see, Ava Longoria is going to be there December 15th through the 16th, awaiting final. Please confirm with Brooke.
Oh, man. Brooke has become an overnight sensation because of this, I can assure you. I even had a conversation with Scott Gooston, who was trying to get to the bottom of who Brooke actually was.
Oh, my.
It was very, very funny, but from what we understand, this list was supposed to be released at the very end of September, as they have done for the last 5 years, and people were wondering why it was taking so long for this list to actually be revealed, and now we know. Had to await confirmation from Brooke. Oh no.
If I can have you jump the gun here, when will that conversation with Scott Gustin be releasing on Theme Park Universe?
Ooh, that's a very interesting question. So it should be released in the middle of October, so October 15th, 16th, depending on what day that actually falls on. I thought this was very funny. And it follows, by the way, this very interesting time when we've had a lot of proofreading errors, whether that be the exterior of Indiana Jones at Disneyland or the kickoff to the 100th anniversary at Disneyland, where they had multiple signage that listed the wrong years or listed the wrong names.
Yeah, you would think that the Walt Disney Company might be painfully aware of what year Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs came out, but as far as the signage goes, was it 1936 that they said it came out, or was it 1939?
I think it was 1939, and that was like, oof, that's not even close.
Yeah, for anybody who knows, it came out in late December 1937, so general audiences got to see it in 1938, but technically that one came out in 1937. Well,
that's right.
That's been another great episode of That Park Place. If you want to go through this and see all the places that we made small mistakes, we're not a multi-billion-dollar company though, so we're going to use that as an excuse as we go through and cover all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com for all the news that should be fun. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.